How do we respond to challenges we're faced with that are beyond anything that we've ever experienced or dealt with or maybe even imagined based on our past? That is actually quite a common question to be asking ourselves this time of year as we cross over from one year to the next and we make our visions and our resolutions and our goals for the year to come. Anytime we take on a commitment that is beyond what we've done in the past, it's going to naturally bring us to a place of discomfort and unknowing. What isn't normal is the depth and the extensiveness and the immensity that inquiry is happening here on this continent of Australia and around the world as we are faced with the challenge of the greatest known bushfire crisis ever that this planet has faced. As I record this, something in the manner of 18 million acres are either burning or have burned from the fires. People have lost their lives, thousands of homes have been burned, and over a billion animals and endemic species have lost their lives, not to mention plants and insects and many other things that have an intricate role to play in the ecosystem here on the planet and particularly in Australia. So for anyone who came into the year with an intention to make a positive difference in the world or to help humanity in some way, to wake up on the other side of the new year and be confronted with a challenge of this immensity can be completely and totally overwhelming. And I know here in our family we have gone through waves of different emotions, from overwhelm to anger to feeling paralyzed to feeling totally empowered and committed and everything in between. And the first thing to acknowledge is that actually anytime we are faced with a challenge that is beyond what we've experienced or dealt with based on our past, it's completely normal to hit this space of total discomfort that's based on not knowing what to do next. And actually our willingness to step into that space of not knowing and to sit in that space of not knowing, even if it's incredibly uncomfortable, is often one of the keys to creating the space needed for new impulses to rise up and inform our actions. We wouldn't be at the edge of what we know. We wouldn't be in the deep end if we had all the answers to what is needed right now. The reason we're uncomfortable is because what we've done up to now is not enough, is not what the same as what's needed moving forward. And so actually creating space for new impulses to arise and creating courage to act on those impulses is one of the fundamental keys to managing and navigating our own personal energy and our collective energy in times like this. We've been going through a whole different series of versions of this over the last 10 days and noticing what impulses we feel drawn to and what actions feel good and what actions don't feel good when we take them. Things we've noticed feel good. We've connected with friends and allies around the world who are in prayer and praying for rain. That's felt good. We've donated to several different causes and groups who are on the front lines, like in the heart of the matter right now, making a difference on the ground. That also felt really good. We loaded up our car with supplies for animals and pets and bandages from the veterinary clinics and brought them to groups who are taking them into the front line. That also felt good. And there's been things that we've done, ways that we've engaged with media and social media that we've noticed has like a draining effect on our energy and on our thoughts. So we're in the process of finding and discovering what are the ways that we can respond that bring us to life and have us feel empowered, like we're making a difference, and what are the ways that we need to manage our behavior and our steps and our energy so that we don't spiral so far down into a place that we no longer have energy to be of use to ourselves and our own life or others. So this is like at the heart of our inquiry at the moment. We don't have all the answers, and every day we're asking. We're taking time to ask, okay, how can I serve? What is something I can do today with the gifts or the energy that I have that can be of contribution to this moment? And I think being willing to ask that question and then being willing to sit in the discomfort of not maybe knowing the answer, to create space for answers that might surprise us, that might lead us in directions that aren't necessarily rational at first, but might reveal themselves as to why they're right as we trust them. What we do know is that this is the beginning of a long journey here on this continent, and it feels like this continent is only one place on the planet that is going to be dealing with these types of challenges and other types of challenges in days and years to come. And so we need to get good at responding. We need to get good at understanding what is our unique part to play, and how can we contribute, and how can we be supportive of each other in the process. And so wherever you are and whatever you're feeling called to do or to be in this moment, I just acknowledge the courage that you have, and however I can be helpful, however we can be helpful to whatever initiative that you're building or brewing, let us know. We're in this together.